What's up? I'm Sammy Adams, and I'm here with good music all day. It was like sort of like a second freedom for me. You feel like everyone's like putting you on the shelf, and then you're just like, all right, I gotta get out. That was one of the best days of my life in the last 4 years. The transition's been really interesting because it's such a wake-up call to go from being so excited about a major label to sort of being like in the process, and then you sort of feel like the wheels are the brakes are on, and then you feel like everyone's like putting you on the shelf, and then you're just like, all right, I gotta get out. You see it when people are upset about whether or not you're putting music out or the decisions you've made, and a lot of that stuff I took to heart at first, and then I realized like it's not really gonna do anything to just sort of mope about it. So I just like went out, made a bunch of music, and I did what I could to get out of my deal. It was like sort of like a second freedom for me, because I didn't really feel like I could write my best stuff without the best intentions from the label in mind. And I'm not exactly like a hard body kid. Like, I'm emotional, and going through the shit that I've went through, it's like super upsetting when you look a guy in the eye and he like promises you the world, and it's like, yeah, that shit happens all the time in business. But it's like disappointing because it's your dream that you've built, and then you sort of put it in the hands of another human being who has 70 of you, and probably 30 of them are more talented than you, so you really got to pull some shit out of your ass. So it's like, where do we go from here? You guys clearly don't have me at, the top of your list, clearly. So basically, it went to my lawyer and their lawyer, and we found a happy sort of exit strategy, which is great for me. I mean, a lot of people would be like, oh, you lightweight got dropped. And it's like, I'll get dropped all day. Like, that was one of the best days of my life in the last 4 years. Because the last time we were out here and just making music and doing it on a level where it was just four bros, homies, just drinking in the studio, and it's like that's what people don't understand about the music industry is like the people that you build around your music, they're gonna be loyal to you no matter what. That's a huge part of it for me. Is it's my music again. It's not divided up into, I mean, I'm not even talking about financially, but dividing it up into other people and giving them a say. Like, I want my boys to have a say in the song and what they think is dope and what they think isn't. But I don't want someone to like be in a session with me just so they can get credit on a record and not try to make it better, but try to, turn it into more of a hit. My advice to upcoming musicians now, utilize the internet. Like, I wouldn't be sitting here or in sessions or anything if it wasn't for the internet. There's so many tools and things you can learn every day. Find a sound where literally it feels like you just hooked up with a girl that you've been trying to get with for years when you write a verse or make a beat or have like a melody or a run in a song. Because that's what you're gonna like. Even if you do have a big record, that's what you're gonna like. You want your big record to be one that you love performing. You don't wanna go play it at like 20 Jingle Balls in December and be like, I fucking don't wanna sing this song again. Because I've been in that position before where it's like, I don't wanna perform this song, but it's the only thing they've been pushing. So this is your juice, and it's like, I don't want to drink that juice, but you have to. Get out in the world, go travel. Like, most of the music I've written that's the most successful is when I'm like on a plane or a train, or it's raining, or I'm near an ocean. Weird things, like find your happy medium and where you like to work, because that's such a huge part of it. The music we have coming out is, probably 5 or 6 of my favorite songs that I've done in the last 3 years. And really gets me as sort of in my pure form. Like you can tell that on some of the records, I'm like smiling again. And my ad libs, I'm like jumping around being an absolute animal. And before it's like there's so many people in the studio and it's like, oh, it's so stressful. And these songs you can really feel like, oh shit, like Sammy's back.
Cause lately I've been chasing cause I want you back, falling out, what I've been wrong. Since you left, all that's been gone. How to see, can't find my girl. Hard to take when that's all you fall.
Whether it's on a major label or not, I think it's so much cooler to do it off a major label because it's taking a way bigger risk and you probably have to spend more money that you actually get to keep. But it's you, and it's like, I wouldn't be happy putting out another string of singles. I want to give them a project. Like it's so time for my fans to have something else to listen to.